This is Alex. She isn't lazy, but she simply does not enjoy cooking. Still, she is concerned about the environment and wants to do everything in her power to be sustainable. That is reasonable with her busy lifestyle. So it happens from time to time that she forgets something in the back corner of the fridge. What could she be doing with these random ingredients that are left? And how can this be reasonable to cool down an almost empty fridge? Alex considers turning the fridge almost completely down and only order food online. But wait, there seems to be something solving her problem. The Combee, a smart fridge box that provides her with a great overview of the products in her fridge. Alex immediately puts her boxes together in a way that suit her down-to-earth lifestyle. With the shelves, the boxes can be optimally filled with food. When clueless of what to cook, Combee's digital interface shows Alex delicious meal ideas. The Combee detects if her food is going to go bad and indicates it with a red light. When Combee isn't used, it won't be consuming energy. Now, with Combee, Alex minimized her food waste and enjoys cooking new meals.